Building advocacy and influencing strategy. There are many different models for building and executing advocacy and influencing strategy. Within these models, there are approaches to ensure inclusion of persons with disabilities and their representative organizations. Leonard Cheshire provides a 6-step approach for advocacy and influencing on how to integrate OPDs at each step. The figure below illustrates the 6-step approach. Step 1. Assess the landscape and context. Ask people with disabilities what is important to them. What is or isn't happening on the issue? Where can your organization add value to that issue and support their message and further your objectives? Step 2. Collaborate. Identify who your OPD allies are. Ask what are their key objectives, success, values. What expertise and credibility do they have on their specific area? What does their membership look like? Step 3. Agree the approach. Identify key shared messages, consultation process, methods of delivery, access support needs and shared benefits. Step 4. Collect the evidence. Gather evidence and data, focus groups, interviews, surveys, qualitative data in the form of life experiences and hold consultations. Step 5. Delivery. Release new research or policy positions, MP briefings, campaign actions, and comms, including press release, blogs, social media, supporter emails. Step 6. Review and evaluate. Debrief on process, what was achieved, immediate, long-term, and unexpected results. Share lessons learned. Whereas these are the general steps for building advocacy and influencing strategy, sometimes the order of the steps are interchangeable depending on the situation. For example, in some cases, one can choose the advocacy objective and then select a partner with whom to refine and carry it out. In other situations, the advocacy objective will depend on the partner organization. Another approach for building and executing advocacy and influencing strategy is Jim Schultz's 9 questions model for strategy planning. This approach is guided by the following questions. 1. What do we want? We ask this question to better understand the situation, to understand the change that needs to happen and to narrow down the advocacy goal. 2. Who can make it happen? We ask this question to understand stakeholders, their relative power and how to change. 3. What do they need to hear? We ask this question to ensure our advocacy messages reach a specific audience. 4. Who do they need to hear it from? We ask this question to ensure that messages are delivered by the right person to identify the right messenger for your audience. 5. How can we make sure they hear it? We ask this question to identify processes, opportunities, and entry points. 6. What do we have? We ask this question of ourselves to recognize capacities and gaps. 7. What do we need? We ask this question to recognize capacities and gaps. 8. How do we begin to take action? We ask this question to set goals and interim outcomes and develop an action plan. 9. How do we tell if it's working? We ask this question to remind ourselves to monitor and evaluate advocacy.